All right. Peace, family. Let me check my mic. My guest is running a little late. She'll be here. She should be here in about 5 minutes, 9:15, she said. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the show up. Uh, get the intro done in the meantime until the sister comes on the live. Guess we'll get started with a commercial. Make sure you in the meantime, make sure you hit the like button, family. While we wait for Dr. Shakirah Moore. Let's make sure you hit the like button and make sure you get comfortable. It's gonna be the show is gonna be fun, educational and fun because Dr. Shakirah Moore is doing live iridology readings tonight. I don't know if some of y'all sent in a picture of your eye. You supposed to email her a picture of your eye, I think, and she's gonna demonstrate the science live to us on air. And I think that's pretty dope. That's pretty interesting. This is a science that has been lost to us. So can't wait to see this tonight. But let's get started with a commercial. I'll kick it with y'all for a couple of minutes until the sister come on. Until then, we'll be right back in 1 minute, family. Let me get to this Holy Ghost 3 commercial. Be right back.
With nothing. Now I got a whole lot of something breaking through the roof. Willy Wonka when he pressed the button. When I do a money ritual, all of a sudden money started coming. Then I cut the Holy Ghost. I still be rhyming even when I'm mumbling. You repeat my name 3 times while you staring in the mirror. Body will appear like poof. I came from out of thin air. To me the gun is like a magic wand. I make a problem disappear. I would nigga tape out his mouth. What? Just to turn up to veneer. I can do magic, I can do magic. 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 When I open up my mouth, I can move masses. Black magic on the beat, turn it to a classic. I'ma take the money out the bank, then I'ma put it in the mattress. Show me the niggas got.
All right, and we are back. I think Dr. Shakirah Moore is ready. Peace. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah. Good. I thought you was gonna be 5 more minutes. It's good to have you. All right.
Yes. Nah, I wanted to come on. I was done. So I was just putting the last touches on it. So
Excellent. I was just telling the people how excited. Did you get pictures? Did they send you pictures?
man, my email was flooded.
Excellent.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Excellent.
But they took some really good photos.
Pictures?
I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Very impressed. Yes. So
Hey, I want to get right to it because we don't have too much time tonight, and I want you to do your thing, sis. First of all, family, I'm just excited. I want to welcome back to the platform Dr. Shakirah Moore. Welcome back. Good to have you back on here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be back.
For those, I'm sorry. For those who don't know who you are, could you tell them who you are and explain exactly what you do? Because this science is not known out there as popular as reflexology or acupuncture and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yes. So I'm Dr. Shakirah Moore. I'm a board certified master iridologist, and what iridology is an ancient science to be able to detect and diagnose disease at its infancy level before chronic ailments begin to manifest. So in the iris, your spleen can be seen, your kidneys, the state of your liver, your gallbladder, your spine, your rib cage, all of that can be seen in the iris and at its acute level to the degenerative state. So what I call iridology, I call it the most beautiful ninja. A ninja doesn't wait for an attacker to come and attack him. Okay, he goes in for the attack first before he's attacked. So that's what we do. That's what I do with iridology. We attack disease before it manifests and attacks you in a chronic state.
Indeed. All right, so let's get to it. Let me make sure everybody in the chat is good. Let's see. Y'all all right in the chat before we get started? Y'all excited about tonight's show? We're gonna learn about the eyes and iridology and all that. Okay, everybody's good in the chat. All right, everybody's good. So let's get started.
All right.
How do we start? How are we gonna do
All right.
this?
I'm gonna share my screen. Let me put the volume up. So we're gonna share here. It says, all right, boom, boom. I'm gonna share probably gonna have to share my entire screen so that y'all can see it. All right, cool. All right. So can you see that?
Yes.
All right, cool. Let me put my light down. It's very bright. All right. All right. So the first one up, this was one of the first iris photos that I've seen that I received. Again, great iris photos from Omari. And I trust that you're on the live so you can see your live reading. Again, I'm only going to show two challenges that's going on with you. All right. And I usually do the main areas. I'm going to hide this here. The main areas first. And then I'll go into like a secondary zone that we're going to focus in on. Okay. So you guys can see where my cursor is. Do you see where my cursor is?
Yes.
On the screen. All right. So that that marking popped up at me first. So that is the groin area. Okay. The groin area of the right iris. So Omari, there you may be experiencing some pain on the right groin area, and that deals with your inguinal nodes, dealing with the lymphatic system. So there's some lymphatic stagnation going on in the lower areas of your body. So I would focus more on increasing circulation and increasing flow to the lower extremities. Okay. If I'm going to put my light down because it's so bright so I could see. Now here, which correlates to the right groin area, also matches this marking here. Notice how it's squiggly, which different shapes and sizes of markings can tell whether something's potential or something is inherent. So this here is a inherent weakness of the prostate. Okay, inherent weakness of the prostate. So someone on father's side of the family may have had prostate issues. So you want to make sure that you take care of that. It's not something that it's chronic at this time. As I can see now, it's more so in its inherent level, and more so potentially can arise as you go through life. All right, so focusing in on circulation and lymph flow to your lower extremities, your the groin, the prostate, the testes area. Okay, making sure you're doing leg exercises. Those are very good for the male organs and also the kidneys. Okay, make sure you have strong legs. Okay, a lot of people sleep on leg day, but leg day is so important for the kidneys, the prostate, and also the lower extremities for male and female. Okay. The last challenge, I would just say, focus in on digestion. You may have throat issues when it comes to the digestive area, the esophagus, which you can see this brown marking here, family. All right. So I spoke about this on my live last night, that sometimes when we have brown markings in the white part, which attaches to the iris, shows where the issue of focus is. So here, this marking is focused more so in the esophageal zone and the trachea area. So challenges with digestion in the lungs. So if you overeat, you may experience like that breathing challenge. Have you ever experienced, like, if you overeat or you eat too much of something, the upper part of the stomach becomes so full you have challenges breathing? So I'm sure that most can relate, but Omari, if that's what you're dealing with, you want to pay attention to digestion, over acid stomach. Make sure you're not eating a lot of enriched pastas, and that goes along with the lymph and the circulation, eliminating dairy, more zinc into the diet, more zinc into in your foods, a lot of leafy green and vegetables, and also working out the lower extremities. So That's Omari and his right iris there. I don't know if y'all have if you have any questions on that, but that if he's in the chat, I can't see the chat moving, so I'm not sure if he's
Omar, somebody by the name, somebody in the chat named Just Good Vibes says, "This is Omari. I'm here. Thank you so much." Omari, do you have any questions, comments about anything Dr. Shakirah just spoke of? Let us know in the chat. I see you in the
yeah.
chat. Shout out to you, my brother.
Yeah, that'll be good if we have some feedback so that I
Yeah.
know that, you know, if those are some of the challenges, pains, inflammation you're experiencing, then, you know, we know that we right on track. We right on the money before we move on to the next one. So again, I'm just showing the main challenges, just 2 issues. Not doing the whole iris because that's my hour-long consultation. So if you want a whole hour, that goes along with my iridology consultations, which you can find on my website.
Omari said, "Do you have any natural ways that I can heal these things?"
Oh, absolutely. As I stated before, getting your lymph going. Okay, that's very important for you. Getting your lymph going. Even here, if you see it where my cursor is, you can see that there's lymph stagnation building up. I would say he's no more than 30 years old. Based upon the iris, the age, the markings, it's not advanced. So he's still maybe late 20s, early 30s, maybe possibly mid 30s. But I wouldn't say nothing over that. So you see the lymph is beginning to stagnate and you can see like that cloudy ring there. So you want to pay attention to that. Getting the lymph going, that's dealing with your fruits, lots of zinc, lymphatic skin brushing, movement. The cells need movement. Okay, so your lymph is your internal river. So in order for that to flow and excrete mucus, and mucus, when it comes out, it takes along with it toxic matter or toxic waste. So you want to make sure that you're constantly moving that lymph system with exercise, with fruits, and not stagnating it with butter and dairy and enriched foods and overly cooked foods and all these things. So especially around this time, you want to take a break from all of that. Give your body a break so that you can be able to move this adequately. And then also the prostate, that's dealing with zinc. All right, want to get that in. I have a King's blend on my site, which helps to build the prostate and also tone the male organs. I have a lymphatic cleanser, your herbs such as red clover, burdock, cleavers, all of that you want to get into your system to constantly increase blood and lymph flow.
Yeah, that's a Omari said that's a female. It's a sister.
Oh, okay. I thought okay. So if it's a female, I thought it was a Omari. Okay, so that's your uterus.
Okay,
then that's your uterus. Okay. So for the male in this area, it'll be a prostate. For the female, it'll be a uterus. Yeah, I thought with the name
Omari. Yeah. I thought it was a man too.
Yeah. So I didn't even get a lot of the names I see is automatically. I could see that it's male or female. But okay. So in your case, it will be a uterus for as a female.
Indeed. Let's get to the next one because I know a lot of people.
Yes. All right. Let me see if I could go to another one. You can still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me make sure. All right. Wait a minute. And my screen is still.
I'll let you do that. And then while she does that, in the meantime, shout out to everybody in the chat. We're doing live iridology readings. We're examining the eyes. And the eyes are connected to the rest of your body, and it's letting you know what's going on.
Let me make sure.
The rest of your body. So this is quite interesting. We're doing a lot of learning tonight, family. Make sure you share a video like this, and I would advise everybody.
I'm my connection.
I will make sure I send Dr. Shakirah a picture of my eye because we all need to see what's going on. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a picture. Now, what eye should I send you a picture of, Dr. Shakirah? The right, the left, what? Which one?
You send me both. I ask for both.
Okay.
Yeah, I always ask for both.
I got to say, shot for
right
everybody in Atlanta.
Can y'all see that?
Oh, okay. No, not yet. Hold up. Okay, now we see it. Yeah.
All right. See that? All right. Y'all ready, family? Put some ones in the chat if y'all ready for this. And Omari, he responded. He good. I mean, she's good.
She good. Yeah,
Pardon.
she good. She good. Yeah.
Okay. Pardon me for that, Omari. Pardon me for that. And next time when I do something like this, I'm gonna make sure that I make sure it's a male and female. All right. So VDH, initials VDH, right iris. Okay. A lot of irritated nerves. A very hyperactive nervous system. So you easily frustrated. You may deal with challenges with anxiety. And on and off what they call depression. And why I say that, I don't give these words power. This is you're on a spiritual, metaphysical level, you're detached from yourself. You live in your head a lot. Okay, so you want to be mindful of that. See, I can see all of that in the iris as well. It's not just pinpointing organ, it's also pinpointing your spiritual health as well. So you want to work on your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. Okay, give love to those because those areas are darkened at this moment. Okay, you have a challenging time relaxing. Okay, you feel like relaxing is doing nothing, and that can, we've all thought like that at one point, but know that relaxation in that moment is doing something because you're leading yourself to a greater healing experience. Okay, also working on your adrenals. All right, so that's here. This is your adrenals. There's some adrenal stress here. And then working on your right kidney. Okay. Based upon looking at the iris, you're more so in a subacute stage, which can potentially lead to chronic tissue inflammation in those specific areas. So if you work a lot, okay, because this is an iris that is overworked, you're so tired, you have low energy, you may have issues falling asleep and staying asleep. All right, so this is important to set aside time just for you. If you have children, okay, make sure you let them know, hey, I need 45 minutes to get in this bath right quick. I need me time, and just cut all of that off, everything outside of you. Put some binaural beats on, practice deep breathing because that's so important for you. And that's also going to bring vitality to your adrenals as well as your kidneys. All right. Make sure you refrain from salt. You may be attracted to salt more than other flavors. Crunchy foods would be a thing for you as well. So just be careful for all of that and just pinpoint why at the moment you crave those foods, because those are all related to emotional signatures that you've been carrying for a while. We there? We on?
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Looking at the nervous system, just to reiterate, this is the nervous system here, these nerve rings. Okay, that's what we're looking at. When there's 2, 3 or more is when it's extremely irritated. So at this point, she's more so in that subacute stage of an irritated nervous system. And there's 4 stages of tissue health, which is acute, the beginning phase, subacute, the second stage, chronic is the third, and degenerative is the fourth. Even if someone's in a degenerative stage, that does not mean they cannot heal. It just takes a longer time to do so.
Yeah, that was pretty thorough. Just from one eye, that's pretty thorough. I mean, goddamn, how thorough you are with a whole reading.
And you see, I did that.
Goddamn, shit.
And I did that in less than 5 minutes. You see, wow. So I do a whole hour of family. You're getting a whole physical. When you get an iridology with me, you're getting a whole physical. You know how you go to your doctor, your medical doctor, and they give you a whole physical, and then they tell you everything is fine when you know deep down something is not. But you're getting a whole physical from me. I'm looking at your kidneys, your spleen. I'm taking time and looking at your iris photos, and then you get a complete write-up from me and a recording that you save for life. So this is truly your internal blueprint map, family. Your personal, unique blueprint map to your health. So yes,
I see the sister in the chat. She says, I do eat salty, and yes, I eat because it makes me feel good.
Yeah. So the salty is due to the adrenal and the kidney stress. So also, sister, you're holding on to some, there's a lot of suppressed anger. So you want to, during meditation, I would just ask what exactly that is so that you can hone in on that and begin to work on that aspect of your health. But for as far as herbs, I do have a kidney bladder blend on my site. Herbs like corn silk, watermelon seed is in there, red clover, burdock, yellow dock, and then also I have an adrenal support tea as well on my website.
Okay, let's get to the next eye.
All right.
Get to the next eye.
All right, let me go back.
All right. Thank you to everybody who sent in. I see some of y'all. If you're inquiring, we asked for photos earlier. When I put up the link to the show, I told everybody to email Dr. Shakirah Moore a photo. So this is how they have their photos already on here. Right now, it's too late to send in your photo. If you do want an iridology reading, you will have to contact her for services. But you know, this is for people who sent in photos earlier. We just want to do something real quick for the people to demonstrate something that we basically have never seen before. So let's get to this next eye. All right. Okay.
All right. So if anyone was on my live on IG last night, I talked about a lot of what brown markings can mean, what they can indicate. And a lot of times they can indicate liver and colon issues. All right. Now, this person wanted to be addressed as September cloud or sound. I think he said sound, but September cloud or September sound. But if you're in the chat, just chime in so I know you here and you can, kind of correlate what I'm saying or know what I'm saying. All right. Now, dealing with this region here, this is your right shoulder blade, your scapula. So when I looked at this area, it immediately pointed me to this area here. Let me go closer. I'm going in here, right here. All right. So this is your gallbladder. All right. So when you have right shoulder pain or any kind of pain on the shoulder, it comes and goes. That just shows that there's inflammation of the gallbladder. And the reason why that is a specific nerve. I believe it's called the phrenic nerve, which comes down from the abdomen, the stomach to the chest and into the neck. So that ties into or connects to the gallbladder as well. So some of the signs of gallbladder issues, you have right upper abdomen pain and also right shoulder blade pain every now and again. Okay, now when it's chronic, okay, when it's like every day you're having this pain in your stomach, you're having this pain in your shoulder, then that just shows that there may be a lot of gallstones present. So you want to focus in on that's high fats in the diet. And you can see here around the iris, it shows that this is what we call the lymphatic ring or stagnation of the lymph. Okay, so focusing on less fats, fried foods. You may eat a lot of fried foods, a lot of meats. So you want to take a break from that. All right. Dairy, definite to over time, wean yourself, learn how to eliminate, learn how to live off of these kind of foods and increase more vegetation, more fruit juices. And not saying family, I for all of my clients, they know I never push a specific lifestyle on them. I have clients who eat meat, clients who don't. And I've seen irises who eat meat and they don't eat meat every day and still have healthy looking irises. So I never push a specific lifestyle, but I do suggest when you do detox to take a break from those kind of foods. Okay, steam your foods rather than fry them. I do have a liver gallbladder cleanse, which I'll send instructions on how to eject gallstones from that area so that you can start working on that. And then also your right kidney. Okay, that's right here. You see, you can you see that brown marking pointing to it. And then you can see like a little bit of that dark marking in the right kidney zone. Okay, so focusing in on the kidney, liver, gallbladder, and then the cholesterol, okay, which deals with, that's also termed as the lymphatic.
Okay.
All right, September cloud in the room. I need some feedback.
I think this is her right here.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, let me make sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
She said you are spot on. If this is
Wow.
who she is. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's a. You see, I don't. Who's September? Is this Evans or is this Shakia? Whose eye is this?
It's they wanted to be addressed as September Cloud or September Sound or something like that. Because I asked them how they want me to announce it on the live instead of saying their whole name.
Right,
So
right.
that's what I got.
Okay.
September Cloud or September Sound. But
Oh,
yeah.
Evans. Okay, Evans. That's you, Evans. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember that. That's them. Yep.
Okay, Evans. All right, all right. And any questions before we move on to the next eye, Evans? You could start getting the next eye ready while Evans
All right, cool,
asks this
cool.
question.
All right, let me go into here.
So I seen somebody earlier in the chat said, "Can you see the end of your life in your eye?" Dr. Shakirah Moore.
That's a great question.
It do.
What I would say with that, we never we never tell someone that they're near death.
Uh-huh.
But we can see that based upon the vibration of the eye and then also the specific markings. If you have a lot of black, dark markings, which would indicate a degenerative state, especially if it's in the heart area. If those kind of dark markings are in the heart area, it can also indicate attacks on the heart attack, cardiac arrest. Also, if it's in the brain area, which we call in the brain the ego pressure, it can indicate a stroke. So, what I would say is yes, it can indicate that.
Yeah.
And then I'm very careful when I speak that way. But I'm not light when I speak that way as well. I do make sure I let my clients know that you're in a degenerative state and you put it in mind, you want to work on it, then we have to get started right away.
Right, right.
All right, let me get to the next iris here.
And while you get to that next iris, the sister want to know any herbal teas you recommend for her in particular.
Uh oh, that's what it was. Yes. The liver gallbladder detox. Liver gallbladder detox. You definitely want to invest in that, which will come with a liver gallbladder cleansing instructions on how to get rid of gallstones, strengthen your liver. It deals with enemas as well. You'll be doing enemas. And then also lymphatic cleanser that comes with red clover, burdock, yellow dock, what else? Echinacea, all of those different herbs that helps to cleanse the lymph. All right. So those are the herbal teas that I recommend. All right. So I hope she got that. Was she the one that said that it was spot on?
No, that was the sister before, I think.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Mm.
All right, so we ready for this next one?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
We flying through it.
Yeah.
We flying through it. But yeah, family, ask a lot of questions, even if it's not your eye. Ask questions of what you think the iris can or cannot tell, because that's what I did last night. Yeah, throw it at me, because we need to know this science is real and that we can really truly avoid, manifestations of chronic ailments, as we get into our later years of our lives. All right. So this person is Fab Dash. Fab Dash, if you're in the building, Fab Dash. Okay. Now, we're going to get right into it. In this area here, you see it's very white. And as I always say, when you see a lot of white in any iris, brown, green, gray, that indicates the acute inflammation stage. So then that person will be in pain in those areas. So here, this is the chest. Okay, chest and rib cage area. There's a lot of nerve ring there too. So you may have issues with breathing, especially if you have a tendency to be nervous a lot. It'll affect your breathing. All right. There's something called, or what they termed, or medical term, because they term it costochondritis. Now, I'm not terming it here. I'm putting the term out there because that's what they call it, and that's how I can relate it so that I can better explain it. When I look at the iris family, all right, different markings can mean 16,000 different diseases that they came up with names for to describe the symptoms. But here, I don't name disease. I simply tell you where the challenges are so that you can work on the root of it. All right. But I'm naming it here because that's what I've seen a lot of irises that looks just like this that had that issue. And I have some, I've learned about costochondritis through that. So what that is inflammation of the cartilage. And it deals with pain in the chest. So you may have pain this is your, I believe this is the left iris. Okay. So what you want to work on, breathing exercises, deep breathing exercises. All right. Also working on your nervous system. All right. That's very important. Working on the nervous system, making sure that you have strong nerve activity, that you're not stressing yourself a lot. Also making sure that your bowels, because there's a lot of nerve activity in the bowels as well, but a lot of times we don't pick up on it because until it's so late when it comes to the stomach. Okay, so you'll have stomach challenges as well. Maybe dealing with slow bowel movements. Let's see what else I have here. All right. So what I suggest, there's something called glucosamine hyaluronic acid, and that is for to help build the cartilage and the release of stress to the joints. All right. So I would invest in that. If that is what you're experiencing, then that explains why you may be feeling that pain on in the chest region. And this marking here explains it as well. So remember, any kind of brown markings on the rim of the iris will show where the focus needs to be or where lessening of blood flow is occurring. Okay, so right here with Fab Dash, chest, also dealing with respiratory, lungs. Okay, so if you smoke, make sure that you're doing a lot of different steam inhalation exercise along with that, and strengthening your respiratory system with herbs for the lungs.
Mm-hmm. All right. Fab Dash, I see you in the chat. She says stress is a challenge for me, and I do experience pain in my rib cage.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Any other questions, Fab, before we move on to the next eye? Like, this is fascinating, y'all. This is fascinating, y'all.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Dr. Shakirah just got these pictures like 2 hours ago.
Exactly.
Like she wasn't sitting on these for like a week. Like, she just got these pictures 2 hours ago. Like, I know she spent the last 3 hours like studying mad eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Just looking at them like, okay, let me pick the one and see.
Let's see.
Absolutely.
Fab Dash said, I stopped smoking recently too.
Yes.
See how spot on? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to take a while for the lung tissue, the bronchioles to regenerate. But while you're in that regeneration mode, breathing exercises is definitely important. Eucalyptus, lungwort, mullein, colt's foot, all of these different herbs to help with the respiratory, help with the bronchioles, and strengthen the lungs is very important for you at this time while you're regenerating. Because the moment you stop smoking is the moment you can begin to regenerate. But to get rid of excess tar and pull all of that out, that's when you want to go into the herbs for the respiratory, and also doing a detox, a fast. Indeed. All right, that's very important.
Let's get to the next Let's get to
the
next
All right. Let's do it.
While we get to the next side, shout out to everybody in the chat. If you're just coming in, these people who are seeing the eyes you see on the screen, these people sent their pictures in earlier. When I posted this the show, I asked for people to send in their, to email Dr. Shakirah Moore, and they did. So that's why their eyes are being seen now. This is an interesting looking eye here.
Yes.
This is an interesting one.
Yes.
Who is this person? No, I'm just joking. Okay, but let's go. Let's start. Come on.
Right, and you see how we automatically it's like popped up at us because it's so many different colors. But
yeah,
the original eye color of this sister here is more so brownish hazel. Okay, like a light. She had a light hazel eye when she was born, and it began to darken around the the stomach area as this is the colon. Okay, so as the integrity of the bowels begin to lessen, it gets darker. The eye becomes darker. And there's a saying, I believe it's in the Bible. I'm not quoting it right. Like as the body becomes light, the eye becomes lighter, or something like that. I haven't got the quote right, but if y'all know the quote, y'all can put it in the chat. But it shows you right there, like in these ancient scrolls, that this is all of this is a science that's previously been written, all right, for us to use. All right, so here, the first marking that popped up at me, not just around the pupil, which is the stomach and the colon zone, but this area right here. And I know all of y'all are wondering what that is, family. All right. So what that's called a sora, or what we call a drug spot. Wow. So it doesn't mean that someone's overdosing or taking drugs. It could simply mean two things: inherent weaknesses when it comes to parents, or your mother may have consumed like maybe any kind of different medications, or if you took any kind of inoculations, or if you've had inoculations recently. And someone asked me a really good question. Can you tell us someone has vaccine damage or inoculation due to after you see the iris? And so yes, you can. But it doesn't also just say that if you're taking other drug medications. So a lot of times we taking these drug medications all of our lives, and we're wondering if it's all coming out. But sometimes it settles in the weakest area of your body. So if you've been on blood pressure medication, you've been on Tylenol and all Excedrin, all of these different drug medications for years, it'll settle in the weakest area of the body if it's not filtered out by the liver. All right. Now, this here is in her upper mid spine. So she'll have a lot of spinal challenges, also dealing with the upper neck. A lot of her tension will be in the neck area. Okay. You'll also have issues with the lungs as well, the chest. All right. So that goes here. How you see it's very white in the bronchial zone. All right. So especially around this time, you want to make sure that you do a deep cleanse so that you're not a victim to what they call fall and winter disease. Because they looking at this iris, you'll be the perfect candidate for those kind of challenges, what they call RSV and flu and all of that, those kind of things. All right. The last thing I would say here, lower spine also. All right. You see how it's very white. So you have a lot of lower back issues, which that correlates to your reproductive organs. And I did see that in the this here is the uterine zone. Okay, uterine and vaginal areas. So you want to make sure that as far as a cleanse is concerned, refraining from meat, especially chicken at this time, because chicken has a specific kind of hormone. They have their own system that disrupts our endocrine system. The reproductive, uterus, ovary, all part of the endocrine. All right. So you want to refrain from meat, especially chicken at this time. Cleansing your reproductive with
Hey, Dr. Shakirah, whose name is on this one? Whose name is on this one?
Tifa.
Yeah, Tifa, this you, because Tifa's in the chat saying she want to verify. Tifa, your name is up there. Yeah, so this is you, Tifa. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It said what it says, Tifa Right Iris, right?
Yeah, Tifa Right Iris. Yeah.
Yeah, Tiffany, this is you. Yeah. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
we know who. Tiffany, any questions before we get move on to the next eye, Tiffany?
Yeah.
And for those of y'all asking Dr. Shakir's more info, King Simon is a moderator. He's posted it several times in the chat. You could just
Mhm.
scroll up. He's been posting it info the whole show. So you could just scroll up.
Gratitude. Gratitude.
Okay.
Timing.
Tifa wants to know, could I ask this? I would like to know about spiritual gifts developing. Can you see that? Is that spiritual gifts?
Spiritual gifts developing.
That's funny.
What I can say is that you would be more open to allowing that door to blow wide open for you if you be less worried and less fear and more stepping out on faith. So you looking at your iris based upon the nerve rings and how it's all scattered, even looking at what we call this the autonomic nerve wreath, how it's supposed to be like a circle, but you see how it's spastic. So it gives me the idea that your ideas are all over the place. Okay. So if
Oh.
you bring all of that together and you trust that your spiritual gifts are developing, then you can bring it into one, and whatever it is, whatever your purpose is that you're supposed to bring out into this world at this time, you can bring it all together and you can excel in whatever it is that you set your manifestations to.
All right, all right. We're gonna move on to the next side real quick. Brother Jay wants to know, can you explain floats? I have them every day. What's that?
Floaters.
You mean floater, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
floaters. Yeah, that deals with the lessening of the vitreous humor of the eye, which that and the aqueous humor, which maintains the shape of the eye. So lessening of that also that deals with the retina. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's like early signs of retinal detachment. So that's what my eagle eye drops is for. Specifically, the herb that helps with floaters is ginkgo. A lot of people just associate ginkgo with memory, but ginkgo is really good for the eyes when it comes to lessening of the floaters. I've had many reviews, many clients that after 6 weeks of taking the eye drops consistently, their floaters were gone. So the eagle eye drops family, which has ginkgo, eye bright, raspberry, oh man, I really, those are the main herbs that I have in there. And I actually have a batch soaking right now that's been soaking for like the last 8 weeks, almost 8 weeks. And the more it soaks, the more potent it is. So I'm actually about to get that going right now. But yeah, that's what you want to invest in, family. The eagle eye drops.
Man, listen, Doc, I'm about to send you a picture of
Yeah, send it to
my.
me. Send it to
Hey,
me right.
I'm gonna send you my eye, my girl eye, my son eye. I was
Yes.
I
Oh,
was
you know what? That is
I
so,
was send you
that
my
would be so
whole.
good because yes, because you know what? If I get the whole family and I could see your son and then I could see inherent weaknesses from you and your girl,
Mm.
so having a whole family, I love doing whole families. And I have a family counseling package as well. But yeah, send them to me, man. Send them to me.
Dope, dope, dope.
Yes.
All right, let's get to the next eye,
Get the
family. Let's
next
get to the
one.
next eye. Shout out to everybody in chat. We got
Mm,
about 15 more minutes. Then Brother
yeah.
Rich got to get out of here. I advise King Simon is sharing Dr. Shakirah Moore's link tree. That's and that link has all her links in it. So if you want to holler at her, click on that. Okay, another. This eye look like the universe. It look like the
Yes,
galaxy. Shit.
yes. And hey, I'm glad you said that because that's exactly what the iris is. It's the inner, it's your inner world to your internal galaxies,
Who's
your
this? Who's
whole
this?
universe.
This Albert?
This is Albert. Yes,
Albert, where you at, man?
Albert. Come on now, we shouting you out.
Come on out, Albert. Come on out. This is some good stuff. All right, go ahead, Doc. I'm gonna wait for Albert, but you go ahead.
All right. Now, y'all see how the iris is more of like a murky eye color, right? That's why it seems so interesting to you. The original eye color of Albert was a grayish green, and it began to turn and morph into more of like a brown. You see it from the pupil, and then like this murky color. So what that indicates is something called systemic drug accumulation. All right. So anytime we see I see an iris of this color, it just means that you have a challenging time throwing off waste. Than someone who had a flowing lymph, a flowing circulatory system. So I would greatly suggest that we do a full one for you, Albert, so that we can go into more details of all that you need. But I'm gonna go into this marking here, family. Okay, that was the first one. You see this teardrop area. It's like a teardrop marking. We call it lacunas in iridology. So that's also indicating a stagnated lymph of the lower extremities, dealing with the inguinal nodes that leads directly to the male organs. Okay, as you can see here, give me 1 second. So here, all right, here, right next to it. All right, in this zone, this is the testes, the left testes area. Okay, so dealing with that marking and how dark it is, it's been settled for a while. All right, so as far as the stage of health, it's more so in its chronic stage. All right, so we definitely want to do a full one for you, Albert. What I would suggest, more increasing zinc. You could do pumpkin seeds. Also, ginseng. And that comes, all of that comes in my King's Blend. No pow cactus powder. Very important, especially for men. Not saying women can't take it. It's good for women as well. It's good for everyone because it helps with nerve cell regeneration. Okay, but there's a lot of damage when it comes to the male organ here, that testes gland, and also the groin area. So you'll experience pain on the left groin region. All right. And then, but that comes with a constipated colon, as you can see here, all of this brown around the pupil, and you see the pupil is uneven. So the pupil family is important too to read. So anytime you see that, that just means it's a irritated bowel and potentially constipated colon. So once you begin to release more waste, get you a colon cleanse. I have the colon sweep on my website. Then you'll be able to move the fluids easily, and that's your circulatory and your lymph down to your lower extremities, which feeds into the arteries that feed the testes gland directly.
Mm-hmm. Albert, you got any comments, questions, anything? I seen you in the comment. You said that's my eye. So I know you see this. So let me know if you got any questions. And while Albert gets that together, let's get to the next eye, Dr. Shakirah Moore.
All right.
Shout out to King Simon in the chat. Shout out that brother. Shout out to everybody joining us for Stone Mountain Retreat this Saturday. I want to see, you know how they be like, everybody always tell me, oh, Brother Rich, you got a lot of support out there because when I go out of town, the people love you. All the people can't wait for you to do something. I want to see how many of y'all show up to Stone Mountain. People talk a good one. Oh, yeah, we can't wait. We can't wait. How many of y'all coming with me to Stone Mountain this Saturday? I want to see y'all. But shout out to everybody watching. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, family, make sure you subscribe. We're doing a very unique show tonight. You're not going to see this on many. There's thousands of channels on YouTube, but there's only one doing live iridology readings, and that is Black Magic 363. Shout out to everybody who's watching this, and this is just good stuff for all of us, and I'm very thankful. Shout out to Dr. Shakirah Moore. King Simon is sharing her link in the chat. Make sure you okay, somebody y'all talking about y'all got your shoes, okay.
I don't
all right, y'all ready.
One more I wanted to show. But for some reason
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there by 6:30 in the morning. Y'all asking when I'm gonna be there. We said to meet us there at 6:45, but I'm gonna be there at 6:30. Yeah, because I'll be up early in the morning, you know, that mist and that air at 6:30 in the morning is amazing. So I like to be up that early. So I'm gonna where the spot we meet at the we meeting at the walk-up trail. We're meeting at the walk-up trail, family. All you gotta do is Google Stone Mountain. Yeah,
I think it was one more that I wanted to do, but for some reason I can't find the sisters. Now if she's on the live, let me go back to my how do I stop sharing my screen?
You want me to take it down?
Yeah, you can take it
Okay, yeah,
down.
let me take it
Yeah,
down. So you yeah, I
so
don't
we
want
can-
them. I don't want them all in your
yeah.
business.
Right. So if Amelia is on the call, Amelia, if you on the call, I need your. I did yours already. I just need like keywords to search up your email here because I couldn't find it and I couldn't save it. So if you can put if you're comfortable putting your email in the chat, it's up to you, or some keywords I could search it up in the email.
What's her name? What's her name?
Amelia W. Amelia W.
Jamelia W. If you in the chat, let us know. She wants to
Yes.
get to yours, but she can't find your
Yes.
email.
And all of the others that I already said that was approved, and I would do yours. I will still do it. I won't do it on live, but I'll just personally send you 2 things via email of what I see of your iris. Okay, she's there. She says, "Tamillion, I'm here." Okay, so I'm looking for your iris, and I can't find it through the email. Is it Amelia? Like, what's your keywords to your email?
Oh, you see in the chat, Tamelia Wooten, Wooten, Tamelia Wooten.
Okay, that's probably what it is. I was spelling it wrong. Okay. Yes. All right. Let me
Shout out to everybody. Doc gets that together. Shout out to everybody who purchased tickets to the Blueprint for God Power 2. If you haven't already, you see behind me, make sure you get your tickets this October. Get them while tickets are available. Bandwidth spaces are limited, as y'all know that. We might just end up having to purchase more bandwidth anyway, but I want y'all to make sure y'all present. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Oh, King Simon got your tickets. Good. King is there. All right. But make sure y'all get your tickets. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Shout out to Dr. B. Serious and Billy Carson, all the elders that participated in the 7 sacred prayers. It is going to be amazing, family. All right. I would love to meet the people who come to Stone Mountain for the God Power Blueprint for God Power 2 participants. I would love if you come. I'm trying to get. I got to talk to Dr. B. Serious about coming with us. I'm gonna call him after the show and see what's up. But I'm gonna talk to him. Oh, you ready? Okay, I see the audio.
All right. You can see it?
Yeah.
All right. So, Amelia, you're up. Another interesting color. Again, your original eye color is green. All right. Now, when I announce original eye colors, it's important because I want you to know that you can return to your original eye color that you had at birth. All right. As I said, as I shown in the first show that I did with you, Rich, as you detox for long periods of time, your eye color changes. Okay. So once you begin to cleanse, more so again, looking at the colon, this is here, your transverse colon. So you may experience headaches from time to time, maybe frequent, maybe rearing up now based upon even these little spokes. We call them spokes on the wheel. Okay. So that just indicates that the toxic settlement is beginning to occur. All right. Now, what I found here of your iris, two more things. There's an extreme case of acidosis, all right, in various parts of the body. So we would need to do a full iridology so that I can show you and tell you every organ that you would need to work on, because it's a lot that you have accumulated, and it's hard to expel the mucus because it's trapped in multiple areas of the body. All right, here. All right, let me go to let's see here. In this region, this is more so the lower spine going into the bladder. All right, so I'm not sure if you ever experienced or had reoccurrences of bladder issues, UTIs. All right, so that may be a theme for you. All right, with that, you want to make sure that you're not holding in your bladder. Okay, make sure you're going to the bathroom when you need to. A lot of times we're working these jobs, we hold it in all day. my nurses, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. So y'all want to make sure that y'all go to the bathroom when y'all have to. Okay. Because that as soon as you have to go to the bathroom, your bladder's already full, and the bladder acts as a reservoir for the waste to be released. But when you hold it in, you damage the bladder tissue. All right. So being mindful of the bladder, and that's where you want to invest in my kidney bladder blend to avoid bladder infections and strengthen the kidneys and the bladder. Okay, you can also see the infection or the acidosis going on in the right kidney. But here, last thing, Amelia, your right ovary. All right, focus in on that area. I don't know if you experience pressure or any kind of pain on the right side where your ovary is located, especially if you're still getting cycles, or if you're having cycles, you may be experiencing more pain on the right than the left side. All right, well, you want to focus on chlorella. That's very excellent for you. Chlorella, which chlorella is very good for iron, very good for the blood, white and red blood cells. You want to get high quality, though. I do have that on my website, was cracked cell wall chlorella, where you can easily digest it and you don't have too much troubles breaking it down. All right. So chlorella is good. Of course, raspberry, wild yam root, black cohosh, all of the herbs for the woman reproductive, and then bladder that deals with watermelon seed, corn silk. Oh my gosh, I have so many lists of different herbs that's in that blend. I can't think of it right now, but that's where you want to start at. And then also, I believe that's it. If you have any other questions, you can direct it to me. Oh, there it is.
All right. I seen she made one comment. Wow. OMG.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Any questions or comments? Let her know, 10 million.
But remember,
She also said, I'm notorious for holding it in till the last minute.
yes, you can see it right here. That's where all that irritation, all of this white ring going around is where all the irritation is occurring. But it's, you see how it's whiter here? That's the bladder.
She said spot on. Then she said headaches, migraines.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And that the headaches, migraines is in this area, all of here. But that's connected to your colon. All right, people don't. I have a video on my page, the migraine and colon connection. Definitely check that out, because I break down in detail how when you have a backed up colon and you're not releasing as much waste as you need to, this disrupts the nerve activity in the colon and in the brain. All right, so you wonder why you can't think straight. You have these really excruciating migraines. And if you drink soda, definitely want to eliminate soda. But all of this is connected to needing to excrete waste from the gut. Okay, specifically the transverse colon, which is the top of the colon.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. All right, all right. And on that note, wow.
Sharing my screen.
So Dr. Shakirah Moore.
Yes.
So you're not pretty good. You real good at this, huh?
I've been doing this for a minute, you know.
You're not pretty good at this. You real good at this.
That's real good. Okay. I'm real good.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me I seen a super chat question.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't staying long, but I'm going to get to the super chat question. What does it mean when you see a circle of light when you look a certain way? Okay, interesting.
When you look a certain way, you see
that has happened to me before.
So like if you're looking like this, like whether the right or left, you like see like a circle, like a flash.
Like like a white circle. Like you don't even have to move your head. Like say my eyes just move to the left, or my eyes, and then I'll see it and I look and I see it, and then it might disappear. I think that's what they're talking about.
Okay, I've seen that too. I get that a lot when I'm in the sun. Mainly when I'm in the sun, yeah, or when if I'm in a lot of bright light. I know that happens to me if I'm sun gazing. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have any particular like eye condition, but just make sure that you're sun gazing at the right hours, not when it's like the rays are super powerful. So like between, I would say, in the AM, like 8 a.m., 7 a.m. to about that 12, but between 12 and 3, 12 and 4 is when it's the highest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, I don't know if you're doing a specific activity at that time or you're just looking, but yeah, that I know I experienced that more when I'm in the last sunlight. So I can't really, that's the main thing that I can say for that. If it's affecting your eye, are you having pain, or is there anything associated with that, or you just wanted to know that, what does it mean when you see a circle of light?
Yeah, if you in the chat, you could further elaborate on it for me. In the meantime, let's get to a couple more questions before I get it. Let me make sure I ain't got no more super chat. All right. So let's get to a couple more questions before I get out of here. Somebody wants to know where's that question pertaining to? Somebody, okay, how long does it take to get a reading of the eye?
An hour. So once you invest in your iridology, your consultation, you'll get an automatic notification from me on how to take your iris photos. And then we go on a Zoom call. If you selected a Zoom consultation, I do have office as well, but I'm in Pennsylvania. So if anyone is in the DMV area, Pennsylvania, New York, you want to come to the office, you can. And then we sit down for an hour and we go over what you need. Foods, herbs, minerals. You get exactly what you need based upon your blueprint. All right. And my office is set up as a store. So if you come in the office, you can leave with the herb that you need.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Last question I'm gonna ask, Dr. Shakirah, what would the healthy version of these eyes look like? No spots, question mark, rings, question mark.
That's a great question. And since learning the science of iridology and seeing many clients, I have not seen 100% perfect eye, healthy iris, because there is no such thing as 100% healthy, perfect iris, because the state of health that we've been in for the last, even like the last 50, 60, 90 years, we've been constantly ingesting chemicals through foods, the air. Okay. Also that all plays a part of it. And another thing is that I'm very heavy on talking about inherent weaknesses, or what we call generational dis-ease. So it's important to cleanse now, especially if you're looking to conceive a child, so that you're not bringing that child with those potential ailments. So a healthier iris will look like the iris, the fibers are tighter. And I need to show that, but the iris, the fibers are tighter. There's none of those circles, those teardrop markings that we see. You just see like these tight woven streamlines in the iris, just like it's like a knitting. All right, so that's more, and you see that more in even babies, but there's specific one, because even babies I was able to tell potential in inherent weaknesses. So you want to make sure you're not bringing life in with their already having the potential challenges of going through what we went through as childhood and in our adulthood.
Mm-hmm. All right. I seen somebody in the chat. Anybody who has questions about the 7 sacred prayers, if you did not get it yet in the email me right now. Anybody who didn't get the 7 sacred prayers and you purchase tickets, so I could look into it right now. I'm gonna be on my computer for a little while. I'll look into it right now and I'll send it out to y'all tonight. I got to send out a batch tonight anyway. So if you purchase tickets for the God Power and you did not get your 7 sacred prayers, email me right now on the screen, richardmerritt@yahoo.com, and I'll take care of everybody tonight. All right. So with that being said, I think there was one more I want to ask, because somebody asked about the kids. Somebody asked about would you recommend this? Okay, yeah. Does she recommend this for kids under 18? I mentioned my son earlier, so yeah, I want everybody to, yeah.
Absolutely, yes. And that's most important, because then now you have the blueprint for your children, and then you'll save that, and then you can let them know, or you can better take care of them when you have their iridology done. It wasn't until I looked at my daughter's iris and I knew how to approach her health, how to feed her. I know she can't have a lot of bread, a lot of wheat, because I did see potential stomach issues. Okay, dealing with wheat intolerance. So it'll help you to better take care of your children and better explain any kind of pains that they've been experiencing. Like if they always experiencing stomach aches or headaches or, sore throats, it'll show the tonsils, it'll show the appendix, it'll show all of this. So you know exactly what you need to do and how to better care for their health. This is how you become the doctor in your own home, family. That's so important. All right, because all of these little illnesses that our children get, we rush them to the hospital so quickly, but really it's so innocuous that we can deal with it ourselves. All right. So there's a book called How to Raise a Healthy Child in Spite of Your Doctor by Dr. Robert Mendensoul. I definitely urge all parents to get that. He was a pediatrician turned holistic, and he was dispelling so many of these medical secrets. So he basically said, listen, you don't need me as much as you think you do. All right. A lot of these things can be dealt with at home. So definitely suggest iridology for the children, and they get a discounted price, which is on my website. Children are automatically at a discounted price.
Excellent, excellent, Dr. Shakirah Moore. Leave all your contact info one last time before we get out of here. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Great show. I'm glad that everybody had the opportunity to experience this.
Absolutely. Yes. I enjoy doing it. And again, y'all, irises, some of y'all, especially the ones I share, was on point. My Instagram is Holistic Hope, WHOLISTIC Hope. My YouTube is under Holistica Healer. And my website is holisticapalace.com, HOLISTICA palace.com. And that's where you can schedule your iridology consultation, get all the herbal blends that you need, the eagle eye drops, which I'm selling out every week. So you definitely want to hop on that. And my children's defense kit, which is herbal tinctures for children.
Excellent, excellent. With that being said, this is Brother Rich, Black Magic with Dr. Shakirah Moore. Thank you for tuning in, family, and we are signing out. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Peace, Doc.